Hello everybody, how are we doing tonight? It is still Sunday, it is still January 27th, 2019. I hope everyone is doing extremely well. I hope a lot of you are staying warm. Yes, I know. I dropped a video that was damn near an hour earlier. I know, but luckily this video is going to be a lot shorter. Today's video, because this has come up quite a few times, can I work with some of the entities from the Necronomicon without being a practitioner of the Necronomicon? Well, my fellow people, the answer is yes. Yes, you can. You do not have to be a practitioner of the Necronomicon to work with, I would say, really the popular names. Tiamat, Inanna Ishtar, Ereshkigal, Pazuzu. Those are your famous names. I would say Marduk to an extent, but I've never really seen him outside too much. I've seen quite a few people with Inky and Enlil. I've seen one or two people. But you got your main popular crew of Tiamat, Ereshkigal, Inanna Ishtar, Pazuzu, and Tiamat kind of like bridges two categories when working with her. A lot of people go the left-hand path route. Like, they'll work with her in the left-hand path, while some will work with her in the draconic Wiccan aspect and draconic magic, which some kids today get confused with the word draconic versus draconian. Like, oh, I want to practice draconian magic. Okay, just calm down. Stop. That's not the word you need to be using. You need to be using the word draconic. Draconian is a harsh law. You don't need to be practicing a magic of harsh law. Unless you're going to be a lawyer. Hi-yo! But I don't really see that much of her in being used in draconian, or damn it, kids, you got me doing it, in draconic Wicca and draconic magic. Oh, now I have seen some that says, you know, my goddess is Tiamat. But usually a lot of people will work with her in the left-hand path route, which is pretty cool. Famous YouTuber, Psycho Sorcerer, Grand Infinity, Joe Marsh, he worked with Tiamat. Like, before he closed down his channel, he made a video talking about how he worked with Tiamat and how Tiamat came into his life. And then you got Inanna Ishtar, which is a big one. That's probably number one on the list. I've seen Inanna Ishtar all over the pagan community. I've seen her in be used as, in witchcraft, So, I mean, she's probably the biggest one. Tiamat would be a solid second. Now, when it comes to Inanna Ishtar, we'll get to Ereshkigal in a minute. But when it comes to Inanna Ishtar, you can go with the Hellenized version of her with Astarte, or Asarte, or however you pronounce it. You can go that route as well. It's the Hellenized form of Inanna Ishtar. Now for Ereshkigal, which would be dead last on this list. And as somebody who works with Ereshkigal, yeah. That's kind of a disappointment, but since there's really not that much known about her. Like, there's more information on everyone else than Ereshkigal. Like, I've seen maybe one other person actually make their own dedication ritual to her, prayers, outside of just me. I read a forum that was, talking about her, not really worshiping her, but talking about her. For a popular goddess all over the region of Mesopotamia, there really isn't that much known about her, which is kind of sad, but I get it. Now, a lot of people kind of work with her, whether they know it or not, if they work with Hecate. Hecate is the Hellenized version as well, if I got that correct. If I don't, please correct me. But there are some forms of Hecate that is Hecate Ereshkigal. Hecate / hyphen Ereshkigal. So, I mean, you're working with Hecate, you're kind of working with Ereshkigal. Now, I like to work with the Mesopotamian version myself. The Sumerian, Akkadian, Babylonian versions. Honestly, that's just me. But, I kind of consider Hecate like her own entity. Like her own being. Pazuzu. Yeah, Pazuzu is another one. You can work with Pazuzu. However, a lot of people don't really take advantage of what else he can do for you. Like, they don't see him as the protector of your children. They don't see him as the protector of the household. They don't take advantage of him. Like, my brother Waylon from the Black Tower on YouTube, he made some really good videos about Pazuzu and working with him. right down to making a statue of him. Right down to that. Now, if I can find those videos, I will link them in the description. He's worked more with him than I have. Like, I've barely even scratched the surface with my workings with Pazuzu. But, you know, he's pretty deep into it, so I'm going to put his videos, or video, depending on what ones I can find offhand. Like, that'll be in the description, so check that out. Now, my videos in the introduction to the Necronomicon, that's more of an abridged version. You know, like the history of the ancient past, Hollywood, and working with him, which is very light. Like, it's a very light video. He's more than just put his statue or his picture or his sigil on your doorway or window to keep away other entities that want to do you harm. He's more than that. So, like I said, I'm going to put my brother's videos in the description because he goes into a lot more depth than what I go into. Mine is basically just a history lesson. So, when it comes to working with them, using their sigils or seals is a good idea. Like, I know it's customary to use Pazuzus when you are working upon calling him or working with him or even worshiping him. You want to use their sigils. The only one I'm not exactly sure about is Tiamat's. Like, I think she has one. But, actually, I got my Necronomicon right here, actually. Hooray for being prepared. Hooray. I just gotta find the page. Let's see. We got Wawa, we got Pazuzu. Yeah, Tiamat. Tiamat has hers in the Necronomicon. Page 190. So, now, that's totally up to you, but honestly, I would use it. I would use their given sigils and seals and try not to knock everything into the trash. To me, that's just proper and politeness to do that, if that makes sense to you. I would use the sigils that's already established. Because like my brother said in his latest video, it starts in Samaria, Akkad, and Babylon. It starts there. You know, it's based there. But you have to continue. That is what I got from that. You pick it up. You continue it. It just starts there. You know. It's all based. You know, you carry it on. I could be wrong on that, but that was my interpretation of what he was saying. So, yes, you can work with these entities. Like I said, these are the most popular ones to work with. Let's see if I covered everything. Yeah, I've covered everything, I think. So, I'm going to wrap this video up by saying thanks for watching, thanks for listening. I hope you stay warm. Again, I appreciate and love you all. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, please feel free to let me know in the comment section down below. If you want to find me and follow me on social medias, the links are in the description. Be sure to read the description. At least one of my brother's videos will be in there. So, I will catch y'all later. And stay safe. Stay warm.